Hey everyone, welcome to this episode of Wasted Opinions. We're doing our top 10 favorite 90s movies.
Heavens to Betsy, my name is CountryBoy.
I'm LewisLightning.
Oh, whoa!
I'm MussKeg.
Whoa, what are you thinking?
I'm a level 38 death captain.
Hey, look who it is! It's the porno guy!
Fall into it, don't get wrong.
Let's just agree with all each other's picks, and we like each other.
So yeah, that's right. Today we are talking about 90s movies, all of our favorites. We're going to go through each of our own top 10 list and rattle off our favorites.
It's impossible
tough.
to narrow down. It really is. We might have to do this again. I'm telling you right now. This is it's hard to do. Only 10 90s movies that stand out.
For us, this is probably like the first decade that we were like aware of the movies we were watching. Like we had been plopped down in front of a TV when we were like 4 in the 80s and something like that. That's about it.
Yeah.
But we'll get into introductions. I am LewisLightning, and over on my right here,
Yeah, it's been 30 years since the 90s. I'm MussKeg. I was alive then.
and over on the left here,
I'm Country Boy, guys.
yeah, and as we are known to do, we are going to start things off with a little shot.
This alcohol is from the 90s.
I haven't opened it until now.
Tree-based.
If it was wine, that'd be better.
Oh, is that the s'mores one?
Yeah, I was going to say, you didn't see. I don't know if you
that's
saw
nice.
that.
I didn't see.
I
No,
like that one.
it's quite tasty.
But one thing we were talking about before we started recording is that we all had like a plethora to choose from here of movies.
This
So-
is when we had time to watch movies all the time.
Yeah.
2000s is high school and university, or like just
Like,
growing up years.
these are movies that I've seen dozens of times because we had VHSs of most of these movies that I have on my list. I watch them all the time, so that's why I love the 90s
I also
movies.
remember seeing a lot more movies, like, because we used to watch Super Channel, and you had to watch what was on TV. So, well, I had Super Channel.
Yeah, somebody.
So, I was going to say is that we have a plethora of movies that we can choose from, and narrowing it down is going to be the hard part. So, I get I'm going to go first. I'm going to choose from everything that's out there, and these guys can get scraps, if you can call them scraps, because there's so many.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I gotta make sure I don't. Like,
We actually,
reuse some of yours.
John and I both pushed for Lou to go first so that we didn't have to.
Yeah.
So, while this is a top 10 list, I'm not doing this in any particular order. These are just 10 of my favorites.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Alive for my first pick. It's actually based on a true story. In South America, a plane crash. I want to say I always get.
Isn't that the Hatchet? Isn't that the same as the story as the Hatchet, or I'm thinking something else?
I don't know what the Hatchet is,
Okay.
but like a soccer team crashes in the Andes Mountains.
Soccer, wasn't it rugby?
I
Maybe
mean,
it was soccer.
South
No,
America.
You might know better than me.
I think it's soccer. It doesn't really matter. This team crashes in the Andes Mountains, and they happen to survive, but no one finds them for 3 months, and like a lot of people die, and they have to resort to cannibalism, and it is just a harrowing story. Ethan Hawke's in it. That's the only person I can think of.
Where's the best meat?
The butt.
Right on the rump. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I never saw Alive. Is that something you learn in Alive?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
They also they don't want to look at their faces either, so they put them face down in the snow, and then they just chew out their ass.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep this going pretty quick, so keep this short.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with an animated movie for my number 2 pick, Lion King. It's probably one of my favorite Disney movies, if not my favorite of all of them.
Yeah.
Is the Lion King.
The Hamlet knockoff.
Yeah. Apparently, it's like a knockoff of the White Lion story as well, which is like Kimba.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
actually heard about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you're alive in, this past decade, you've seen the live action one maybe. I don't know. I haven't seen it, but you guys can.
It's basically the same freaking movie, just not as emotional because their facial isn't as. It's not as empathetic, I guess.
So yeah, Lion Cub supposed to be the king. His uncle betrays him and his father. He has to come back into it. I mean, watch it. It's a classic. It's a Disney classic.
I'm pretty
You've
sure
seen it.
everybody-
You've seen it.
Yeah.
Come on.
So my number 3, I'm gonna go with like a comedy, a duo comedy, Dumb and Dumber.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be on someone's list.
Oh yeah. Now I don't have to say it because you've already said
You're
it.
not going to have Dumb and Dumber on your list, and even though it's one of your
I don't
favorite
need to.
movies?
I don't need to say it. I'll talk about it here.
If
Yeah.
it's not on your list, it's not one of your favorites.
Well,
It's not your top 10.
I've already said it was.
Maybe one of the best comedies of
Better
all
be in the
time,
top 10
at
then.
least in my opinion. I think.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey's best work too, probably. Like in the comedic role. I mean, he's done other more serious things after the fact, but
It's great because he's improvised so many lines in that movie that are iconic.
I still use them.
And Jeff Daniels, I don't know about it, but Jeff Daniels had not been a comedic guy before that.
No, not at all.
They said they wanted someone like a straight.
You could
Carrie
you
fought
could
for
almost-
Daniels.
Yeah.
Here's a question, just quickly. When you watch that movie, who makes you laugh more, Harry or Lloyd?
It's probably Jim Carrey. You know, it's probably Lloyd, but because he has more moments. I think he's maybe the more dumber one too.
I think
Yeah,
I think Harry makes me laugh more, kind of. You know, she's giving me some John Deere bullshit. I don't know.
Yeah, I wasn't really listening. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I think like Harry's the more like dull, and then Jim Carrey's character is like actively stupid.
yes, maybe that's why I like Harry more. Or Lloyd, Harry more. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with one of the best westerns of all time for my number 4 pick, Tombstone. Great like Wyatt Earp story. There's Wyatt Earp the movie, but this is just I'm trying to think of the lead. Kevin Costner.
No, Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
Kevin
Kurt
Costner's the
Russell.
other one.
He's
Kurt
in
Russell,
the
he's in the Wyatt Earp.
Wyatt Earp. The combating
You got
movie.
Kurt Russell, you got Bill Paxton, you got Sam Elliott, and you
Just
got
get to
Val Kilmer.
Yeah, that's the
Rest
one
in
that
peace.
matters.
Sorry.
Val Kilmer like steals the show in a lot of
Late
ways.
great
He
Val
is,
Kilmer.
he is the best part of that movie. He's
Yeah.
Doc Holliday.
Great western. Check it out.
Check out our epic movie moments too, because that was brought
That
up
was
on
in
there.
there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with like a nice kids movie here, a live action. I'm gonna go with. I know some people are gonna argue it's not the best one, but I'm gonna say it's my favorite. Home Alone 2.
Oh.
Lost in New York. It's just classic, and like people talk about it all the time now.
I laugh thinking about it. Never mind. I'm not even watching it. I mean, it's in my head. I'm laughing my ass off at it.
Yeah, I mean the criminals make it a lot. I mean Macaulay Culkin is just great as the kid. Like he was huge in the '90s in general for being a kid in movies. Right?
Stay tuned for our 3-part expose on why Home Alone 1 is better, but number one thing
You're gonna be outvoted.
is the shovelly guy is way better than the creepy old
I agree with that, but
I agree with that.
everything else about the second one is just that much ratcheted up and that much more fun.
You're laughing.
I
just thinking
quote
about it.
the second movie
Yeah.
way more than the first one.
Yeah.
Harry, I've reached the
And
top. Ah!
Harry, I've reached the top.
I'll give the sticky bandits are better than the wet bandits. Because he's got that can that
That's-
sticks into the thing.
That's not really necessary.
Anyways,
What a hole!
Wow. What a hole.
Okay, I think that was 5.
I think so.
Sure.
yeah. Yeah, because Tombstone was your 4th.
I'm gonna go with my favorite James Bond film, GoldenEye.
Yeah.
Pierce Brosnan is the lead in that one. It was his first 10 years or first
First
movie.
one?
Is it?
First
Yeah.
foray as the.
I didn't really know who
the
Pierce Brosnan was. I had to look back and think, was Mrs. Doubtfire before? Which it was.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing I would know. So I knew him as the guy from Mrs. Doubtfire.
I wouldn't have I wouldn't have remembered him until after the fact. Like, oh yeah, he wasn't Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah.
He was just some guy.
But like everybody knows him like Remington Steele in the 80s and like
That's the thing. Like I went to Australia in like 2000s and I saw this family had the Remington Steele series and like, what the hell is this? Why is Pierce Brosnan? I thought it was like an Australian thing.
Yeah, I got
but
you.
he's English.
yeah.
And that's where I
Is,
kind
is,
of.
is he Irish? I think he's Irish.
Oh, maybe.
He's British.
He plays.
There, he's British.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
UK.
GoldenEye, story of betrayal and espionage.
And Boris.
Boris.
I'm invincible.
6. We're gonna go with another comedy, another Jim Carrey, Ace Ventura: Pet Detective.
Oh, you went with the first one.
Oh.
I'm a tour.
I actually know 2 better.
Yeah.
I didn't see the first
I feel
one
like
as
2 just gets into it's Jim Carrey cut loose, which they even say.
But it's got the it's got the best moment in Ace Ventura movies when he's in the Rhino.
Yeah.
Pretty hot in these.
Honestly, I'd pick both if I could, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the first
Okay.
one just because I think it's a better story if you just
Yeah.
look at the story element of it.
Yeah, it's true.
But
It's less goofy.
Pet
in
Detective.
ways, too.
yeah, So that's 7. I'm gonna go with Interview with the Vampire.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I like vampires, werewolves, all that kind of paranormal. I don't know, supernatural
I
stuff.
never watched that, but actually, as older, I think I would like to watch it.
I think you would.
Brad Pitt
It's
you would like it.
really well done. It's a good movie.
Yeah. And it's like, because it's like, I think Victorian era, close to that.
Yeah.
Well, it's a couple different
I think
areas,
it's
but
in
yeah,
the
mostly
1800s,
Victorian.
sometime around then.
Yeah, but you think like, oh, this is gonna be so sissy and stuffy and stuff, and it's like, no, it actually gets pretty cool.
Oh.
So
Tom Cruise is kind of like kind of creepy, but he's also like sexy, and he's scary.
he's
and he
Lestat,
brings that
right?
to the movie. He brings that to the role.
Yeah.
He's Lestat, right? Or he's Lestat or is
Lestat.
Brad Pitt? Okay.
The names, I don't remember the names.
Louis is Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt, okay, yeah. Kristen
Kristen
Dunst
Dunst
is
is
the
the
young
child.
girl, yeah.
Yeah. So that's 8. I'm gonna go with. Oh man, just so many to choose from. I'm gonna go with my favorite Predator. I'm gonna go Predator 2.
Nice.
Predator 2.
Oh, the movie.
Yeah, yeah,
I thought
yeah.
you meant Predator. Someone that touched you.
I forgot
yeah.
you like to the second
I like
Predator.
to.
more,
It's so
yeah, yeah.
weird. So weird.
I use you as like a trivia piece. I know a guy who liked Predator 2 more than the first one.
It's kind of like I would say what we're talking about Ace Ventura movies, where the first one is like a better story, I think, and the second one, it's like, yeah, let's go in the city. Everyone's got guns and everything's crazy.
Yeah.
That's why I like Predator 2, because it just goes off the charts.
Danny Glover, can't beat him. He's better than Arnold Schwarzenegger any day of the week.
No, he's not. But still, he's more of a, he's just everyday cop.
Danny
kind of.
Glover isn't even the best black guy in the Predator series. Carl Weathers is better in the
He doesn't
first
really have much of a role though.
But that handshake they do.
Then his arm gets cut off and it's like spinning in the air.
Yeah.
Shoot. Spoiler. So my number 10, my last pick. I'm gonna put this one out there because I don't think you guys are gonna have it on your list, but I'm gonna say Gattaca.
Okay.
Oh, great!
I really like that
I
one.
didn't. Oh, yeah, that did come out in the '90s. Yeah.
So Ethan Hawke, I think he was on my. What was the first one I picked?
Somebody is Ethan Hawke's.
And Jude Law. No, is it Jude Law?
Yeah, Jude Law,
Yeah,
Ethan
yeah.
Hawke, Uma Thurman, and who else was there?
Oh, it's got the who's the detective that's investigating?
I can't remember the detective. I know
Oh,
his face,
come
but I
on.
can't think of him.
Yeah.
But yeah, like human technology. I don't know what year it is, but technology's at the point where you can edit your DNA, but it's like just at that point. And some people were from the last generation,
Yeah.
like the main character, and it's been holding them back. So our main character, like, kind of goes changes identity with a guy, a cripple guy, Jude Law's character, and tries to pretend he's like this best guy in the world because he wants to go to space.
Yeah.
But then they start catching up on him. But
got
it's
a heart
great.
problem.
Great movie.
It's a movie I actually have to rewatch. We watched it one time at school one time. That's the only time I'd ever seen
I
it.
watched it at school too. I watched it
remember
before.
it from
I
school.
wrote a paper on it.
I think it was for biology because Gattaca, because of the whole
yeah.
gene sequencing.
I don't remember from school, but I own it and I've seen
That's
it.
the only time I'd seen it. So I should rewatch it. And it just bugged me the ending because the reason why she knew that he wasn't who he said he was is because he held his dick with the wrong hand or his left hand or
Well,
something.
yeah,
and he's
doctor,
right-handed, but he's supposed to be right-handed or something. I'm like, that's bullshit. I'm right-handed. I hold it with my left. It's like, that doesn't make any sense. That's stupid. That's the only thing I hated was at the ending was that.
Okay, but I just did a count. That is 10.
You're at 10?
So
Okay.
I'm good.
Oh my God.
I think MussKeg
I'm
wants
going
to
You
go
want
next.
to go in the middle? Okay.
Yeah, because you want to go last.
I didn't care either way.
Okay. Boy, this obviously is in no order, and I know when I get to the end, I'm gonna be struggling like Lou. But
There was still a lot that I
there
had
are
on
some
my
that
list.
just have to be on this list. So, first one up is Speed. No,
2.
No.
Cruise control.
I love Speed. I can watch Speed anytime, and I have to watch from beginning to end. Keanu Reeves, a great role as Jack Traven. It's got so many good action sequences in it. A great story. It just keeps going.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite action movies of all time, if not my favorite action movie of all time. So throw Speed on there.
A bus that couldn't slow down.
Bus that couldn't slow down. I mean, realistic too when it made that jump over the gap.
Miles an hour, baby.
I'm also going to say now I'll go a little bit more serious, but it's one of my favorite movies. Again, if it's ever always on, I'll watch it. Silence of the Lambs. One of the only movies, one of I think 2 or 3 movies that have won the big 5, which is Best Picture, Director, Actor, Actress, and original or adapted screenplay, whichever one it
Okay.
is. So kind of rarity in that one.
I
but
think I've
that's-
seen parts of it, not the whole thing. Like,
Yeah.
I know as a kid, my parents were watching it, and I saw some of it. But
It does suspense so well.
Question: have you seen Longlegs?
I've not seen any of the related Silence of the Lambs stuff.
This
like,
isn't. It's
like
not really.
Hannibal.
It's similar premise. Is all I'm saying.
Oh,
It came out
no.
last year. It's a similar premise.
Oh, I've heard of it, but no, I haven't seen
Okay.
it.
No, I love Silence of the Lambs. Absolutely, the best, easily the best out of the trilogy.
Okay, I gotta get this one in because if I don't, Terminator 2,
it was on my list.
T2, what we call a sci-fi, right? Sci-fi action.
Sci-fi action, yeah.
Sci-fi action.
It's action.
Sci-fi action. Again, there's the '90s have my favorite action movies. Period.
Like,
We're looking back.
I would put it with like the Predator movies, like sci-fi action.
Yeah.
Three Ninjas.
Three Ninjas, yeah.
Kick back.
But T2 is just awesome. It's
To this day.
It's great.
It's over 30
Again,
years old.
good action. It can get a little long near the last act, like when they're.
I'm never sick of it.
But you're
though.
never tired of it.
Yeah.
And if you didn't have it, you would be. But and so many fun guns. And just lots of great stuff in T2. So.
Love when he cuts his skin off and he peels
And
it
cool
off.
effects for its time, right? The
Yeah.
T1000 all on its own.
Yeah.
So what does that got me at? I'm at 3 there, right?
think so,
Speed,
yeah.
Silence,
I'll
Alarms,
start
T2,
counting.
yeah. Another one to go with, get a little bit of comedy, but also heart, A League of Their Own.
Oh.
Okay.
I love that movie. I'll watch it all the time. Watch it with my wife, too. It's a good family one. I think Tom Hanks is at his funniest in that movie.
See,
As Jimmy Dugan.
Laurie Petty is like only a '90s actor.
Yeah, Free Willy, Point Break.
Tank Girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to mention, but one that was on my own honorable mentions, In the Army Now.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And you know what? I just can't not have this one on, so I got to go back to back Tommy Hankey's Green Mile as well. I was kind of hoping it maybe slid into the 2000s. But
I was trying to remember. It's a '99 movie.
Came out in '99.
Okay,
yeah.
because I was thinking it was 2000s also.
So, if you ask me to pick between League of Their Own and Green Mile, it's like, which is my favorite child, right? You just can't do it. Well, I can't anyways. But I'll go with that. So that's 5 or 6 for me now.
That's 5. Yeah.
That's 5? Okay, starting to narrow this down.
What's the mouse's name in Green Mile?
Oh,
Jinx or something?
Mr. Jingles.
Jinx.
Jingles.
Yeah.
Mr. Jingles.
Mr. Jingles, yeah.
This is another epic movie. A little bit of a romance. A little bit. Titanic. I love Titanic.
Okay.
That's a great one. Good epic one.
Rewound that one scene over and over.
Yeah, the intro when he wins the card.
No, when the old lady throws the thing over the
Oh,
out of the
okay.
water.
Okay. Well, Lou's probably gonna say when the beginning when they're running the submarine machine trying to get the stuff. No. Go away, Murphy. Go away.
Cameo appearance.
Here's nails now.
Yeah, you'll hear those nails clickety clacking. So Titanic of 6. Oh, another Tom Hanks movie. That Thing You Do.
Okay.
I love that movie.
Really?
Yeah, throwing it in there. I went with, so there's a lot of, when I looked at the 90s, there's, your classic blockbusters or like well-known ones, but then there's a lot of these movies that were just like, again, when I talked earlier, the Super Channel, all of a sudden I'm watching this and loving it. And so That Thing You Do is on that list for me.
I think it's a blind spot for me. I don't think I've even seen that one.
Oh, it's, yeah.
I know of it, and I do want to see it.
can.
But I never saw it.
This one's so important for me, my growing up, adolescence. American Pie has got to be on my list.
Okay.
So I'm at 8.
Yeah.
And American Pie was like, that was like the puberty movie.
Yeah.
It was like,
we were there, like, it was maybe we were a little young when it came out that we shouldn't have been watching it, but
right
watching it, it was perfect for us.
Shannon Elizabeth boobs and everything. So
yeah.
And then for my last 2, maybe I'll wish I thought this through, but I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna go instincts here. I'm gonna throw a little Harry Ford in The Fugitive, which is a great action movie, chase movie.
I didn't kill her.
I don't care. Who's better in that movie, Tommy Lee Jones or Harrison Ford? That's the question.
Yeah. Peak.
And then to wind up my 90s movies,
My glasses.
last pick. You know what? It's my favorite. I love the action stuff, and I can't not have this on here. The greatest Nicolas Cage movie of all
Don't
time.
even get
The
on.
Rock.
You're not even saying that because you like it that
The
much. You're just
Rock.
saying it to fucking bug me.
Honestly, it's either Speed or The Rock. It's Speed or The Rock.
For best Nicolas Cage,
For best,
doesn't even
no, for
Speed.
best action movie. But no, for best Nicolas Cage movie, I don't know if there's one I'd pick more. But yeah, so there's my 10. I have about 300.
Surprised
movies
you would
that-
waste
that
one of
didn't
your
make it.
numbers on that, but whatever.
Well, I knew you had it on yours, so
Whatever,
you don't need
you
to
know?
bring it up on yours.
You know, I'm surprised you guys didn't take as many as I thought you would off of my list. So
I think
I'm
I
glad
also
with
avoided ones that I knew that you would like. Like, I didn't even think about putting, say, Dumb and Dumber on mine.
that. So, well, again, so these aren't in any order, just like you guys.
But they are our 10 favorites.
So these
from
are the 10
90s.
left of my
No,
favorite.
it is our
plus
10
maybe a couple
favorites.
extras that I'm gonna get to throw out there.
If he doesn't have
I'm only
Dumb
doing
and
10.
Dumber-
I'm only doing
Dumb
10.
and Dumber better be on your list.
I could do another 10 with my left.
I'm doing another. I'm only doing 10. I'm not gonna do any repeats.
Mm-hmm.
Not any repeats. So speaking of the best Nicolas Cage movies ever, we're talking Con Air. Obviously, it's gotta be Con Air. You got one of the awesomest casts. You got Ving Rhames in there. You got John Malkovich. You got Steve Buscemi. You got Dave Chappelle in
Sean
there.
Connery was. We're not doing this.
This just the cast alone is worth the trip. But I'm saying that the whole movie itself, it's just fun as
It's
hell.
a wasted
There's
Shaq
so
idea.
much.
John and I debate The Rock versus Con Air and see. There we
Oh,
go.
hey, that
Stay
could,
tuned. There you go.
Could happen. Future episode.
Yeah.
So yeah, Con Air. I could not have that on my list. It's always gonna be that one. If I'm talking number one movies of all time, it's always up there.
Number one movies of
all time. It's my
Oh,
favorite movie of all time.
Oh,
I've stated this before. If people go back
Oh,
to
so-
one of our other episodes, I've said it before.
Nicolas Cage movies of all time.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
my
but-
favorite movie, guys.
Movies. That's
So
different.
we had a lot of Tom Hanks talking here. We're gonna do one more. This is Forrest Gump. I know maybe I'm a simp loving Forrest Gump, but I can watch that movie any day of the week. I've seen that movie hundreds of times. I still quote it to this day. I love every scene in that movie. It makes me laugh. It makes me cry. It makes me yell at the screen. Fucking Jenny. But I love that movie. It is such a great movie.
I don't see that for me. That's what happened with Forrest Gump. Is it actually got overplayed for me too much?
And I thought it would, but I still watch it to this day, and I still enjoy it almost as much as the first
Not
time
even
I
a
seen
top 5 Tony
Really?
Hank for me.
The only part that makes me laugh is that Lieutenant Dan, you ain't got no legs.
it. We got no
I think my
legs.
whole favorite sequence in Forrest Gump is when he's on the fishing boat with
Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah.
But anyways,
It's nice. It's beautiful too. Robert Zemeckis, man, great guy. And then I'm gonna go to an animated movie. This is my favorite animated movie, Aladdin. I love the genie. I love Aladdin, Abu, Princess Jasmine, all of that. That's just one of my favorite cartoons of all time. One of my favorite movies of all time.
I actually thought about having Beauty and the Beast on mine, but I was like, nah, I could save that for another video.
If you had said Aladdin, I would have probably thrown Beauty and the Beast as on my list. But yeah, it was right next to it. But I don't need to go there. So Aladdin is just that good, and it's close to Lion. Lion King's really close too. It's really up there as well too. But Aladdin's still my number one. Then I gotta go big Spielberg movie. I gotta go Jurassic Park.
I knew this. One of you guys would have that.
Yeah, Jurassic Park is Jurassic Park. It started a franchise. It's still the best of the franchise. It hasn't been beat. It's Jurassic. It's Spielberg. Basically at his best. You got real effects. You got digital effects.
There's some real dinosaurs. Real effects.
I said real effects. And you got digital dinosaurs that to this day are still really well done.
Yeah.
You can see a little bit of the scene work, but it's still really for a movie that's over 30 years old nowadays. Wow, just great.
They were really clever with like the T-Rex being one of the great like CG things he does in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like when he breaks out on the track, it's at night and it's raining. So
Yeah.
if the CG's a little off, you can't really see
Yeah.
it clearly.
The concept is so fantastic, and here's the. I am not a huge Jurassic Park fan guy, and it kills me because I should be. I should be. I was big into dinosaurs. I love all that stuff. But I think what happened is we just never watched it when I was a kid. Like my parents never went to see it.
Triceratops in it.
Never, yeah. So no. Go.
That's too bad. That's too bad.
Go.
Then I go another sci-fi movie of mine that is my favorites. Men in Black. Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell, that was very funny.
He hasn't been in this one, but Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones. great chemistry. I love the chemistry between them and Edgar, having Vincent D'Onofrio as that creepy dude. He's a fucking cockroach but in a human body, and he wants sugar water, more.
Oh, that looked like the grossest drink ever.
Rip Torn is great.
We're not hosting an intergalactic kegger.
Tony Shalhoub.
Yes, yeah.
Shalhoub, yep.
It's a fantastic movie. There's have been some second one's not so good. Third one I still really love.
Michael Jackson.
And the fourth one again not so good. But the first one awesome. I love that movie through and through.
I thought the third one was good, yeah, but I never saw the fourth one.
And then I'm gonna go to Toy Story. I want to say Toy Story 2 is honestly my favorite. So I'm gonna go Toy Story 2.
My least favorite. Well, maybe 4.
Toy Story 2?
Yeah, it's odd.
My favorite.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Toy Story 2. I like that these characters were established and now we're kind of giving them something new to do.
I hated Jessie.
Oh really? I thought the emotionality of her losing her what do you call it, a kid or whatever? Yeah, her kid.
Yeah.
I thought that was great. I thought that was great emotionality, learning where she came from, and then meeting like all of his Roundup gang. I loved it all. I mean, I'm country boy. Maybe that's why I like all the cowboy stuff.
You're more Stinky Pete.
I'm more of a Buzz Lightyear, I think, actually.
Stinky Pete.
And then I'm gonna go to. I gotta say Shawshank Redemption. We were talking prison movies. His is obviously The Green Mile. Shawshank Redemption is my favorite prison movie. One of my favorite movies, period. You got Andy Dufresne wrongfully accused of murder, goes to jail for how many years, and breaks out, and that's like the big denouement at the end of the movie. It's awesome. Him and Morgan Freeman, just awesome. And then there's there's so many sad bits in that movie too, with Red when he leaves and he gets a job and then he can't live outside of the jail. He's been in jail his whole life, and then he goes and
Brooks was here.
One of the best.
Brooks, sorry, I said Red. Red is, Morgan Freeman's
Think about Red Foreman.
Yeah.
Red
Foreman.
Red Foreman was there too.
That was at the end of that 90s
I put
show.
my foot up that warden's ass.
And then I'm going to go Saving Private Ryan. Back to Tom Hanks and back to Spielberg movie. I mean, we've mentioned a bunch of these on our epic movie moments, so go ahead and check that out as well too. But that's probably the best war movie I've still seen to date. I've seen good ones since, like 1917 is a pretty good one. Hacksaw Ridge is pretty good, but this one you cannot top it, especially like the first 10-15 minutes of that movie.
Star Wars.
Storm in the Beach.
Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's maybe a little out there. Give me The Great Escape from the 60s with Steve McQueen and everything. Oh, I love that.
It's good.
It's less of a war movie, more of
It's a war movie.
It's a prison movie.
Yeah.
In war.
It is.
I know. You could say technically both, but you don't see the war really.
Okay, well
in the very beginning.
Then maybe I can say it's one of my favorite prison movies.
And then I think I have 2 left. Am I at 8?
I wasn't counting. I thought you had your order.
Pretty sure I was at 8. So I'm gonna go a couple of action movies here. I gotta go. My favorite of the Die Hard franchise is Die Hard 3 with a Vengeance. With him and Sam Jackson just running all over the city, doing all these different tasks.
Best Die Hard movie. You're right.
From a guy that's seen one whole Die Hard movie.
It is the best, though.
It is, yeah.
Measure out the water.
Yeah,
I still can never remember the answer to that riddle, or how you do it.
We can show you directions in the comments below how to do it. But yeah, it's still my favorite. It's pretty much on par with the first one. Second one was definitely down here, but 1 and 3 are up here. But I put it out over the first one. It is fun.
One thing I have watched like decent amount of one. I just haven't ever watched it from beginning to end. One thing that was good about 1 and 3 was a great villain, Jeremy Irons and God damn it,
Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman. Yeah, that sounds nice.
Yes, and they were brothers. Yeah.
Brothers.
So I got 1 left. I think.
Isn't it like that? Is it Lawrence Cardinal? Like the?
Oh no, Green.
Lawrence Green. Yeah.
Is it Lawrence Green? Graham Green. Yes, he plays one of the officers, one of the police officers.
Oh, okay.
And then I believe I have 1 left, so I'm gonna go with my favorite Lethal Weapon movie, which is also the 3rd movie in that one. I don't think I've ever talked about like Lethal Weapon on here.
Yeah, I guess you never really.
I love that franchise, and number 3 is my favorite. It's got a lot of obviously Riggs and Murtaugh, and then it's also got Leo Getz.
Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci, yeah. So it's
honestly, my favorite Lethal Weapon is 4 because you got that.
4 is a lot more
and you
comedic.
Throw Chris Rock into it, and
4 definitely takes the more comedic approach. This one is obviously is going more comedic as well too. 1 and 2 are a lot more serious. 3 is going more comedic, and then 4 is almost a little too comedic for my taste. I like it, but 3 is like just that sweet spot of like the seriousness and the comedy. I love it. So yeah, I think that's my 10. I think that I chose.
I
Yeah.
cannot believe he didn't have in his favorite 10 movies for the 90s, Dumb and Dumber or Terminator 2 at least.
He's not copying them.
Yeah, I already said off the
I'm
top of
just
the
saying.
thing that I'm not repeating any.
It was
But
favorite 10 movies.
Could probably do another 10, like I had 10 more at least I could do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe we will. But for now,
Easily.
that's the end of this episode.
I didn't even do this movie, which was on my.
Our favorite 90s movies. That's
Oh, yeah, Michael.
10,
Halloween.
10 of our favorites. But let us know what your favorites are in the comments below. And let us know if we missed anything that we were like, how could you guys do this? Or do we have any bad picks? Let us know.
Yeah.
But we're going to
Give us
sign off
some
here.
hot takes. Some hot takes.
Where can we find you at?
You can find me all over the place, all a bunch of social medias. I'm CountryBoy_9 or CountryBoy9er, like right here on YouTube where I unbox a whole bunch of toys. So check that out.
Oh.
And then where can we find you at?
Twitch, Twitter, PSN, TikTok as MussKeg. That was a radical episode.
And I am the LewisLightning, all one word on YouTube. You can find some gameplay videos there. You can also find me playing on Twitch as the LewisLightning, all one word. Maybe I'll be playing like Star Wars Outlaws or Dredge when you see this. But yeah,
How about Veilguard?
I finished that.
Done.
First one of all three of us to finish it.
That's true.
But yeah,
I finished it first in my heart.
so see you guys later.
See you in the 2000s.